Hello, y'all. How's it going? Ah, nice to be on the couch. Considering that the last stream was, a PC game that requires extensive use of keyboard, so can't do it from anywhere but the desk. But today I'm on the couch, and we're doing some Marvel Snap. What is Marvel Snap, you ask? Well, Marvel Snap's a game I quite like. Um, it's a Marvel Snap is a game I quite like. It is a card game, collectible CCG, CG, collectible card game, CCG. A digital one, wherein it's made by the guy what made Hearthstone back in the day. Ben Brode is like the main guy, and he knocked it out of the park. It's a lovely game, and you know what's cool right now? You know what's cool about this right now? That's right, it's on PC now, so you can play it on the PC in widescreen. Previously, like if you wanted to do this before, it would be as if you were viewing it on a phone. It would be like a letterbox down to just a narrow like ridge here at the very center, and that wasn't very good. Wasn't very readable. And if you've ever seen like any Marvel Snap stream or whatever, they've always had to like do some funky stuff to like cut up the thing, and like, oh, I put this part of the interface over here, I put this part of the interface over here. I cut it all up in different ways to make what basically like custom landscape layouts. But now it's just landscape, and you don't need to do any fucking around with it. It just works, and I've played a bit. Seems pretty good. You'll also see I have quite a few quests to do. And I have decks to play with. My main one right now is this one, multiplication tables. Let me show. What's this in news? I got a day 2 reward. Some boosters. Whatever. That's fine. Let me show my multiplication tables deck. Okay, so this is how they show it now. I guess I'm covering up the name in this view where I am. So, try to figure out the best way to like So basically this deck is like a hybrid Nimrod Phoenix Force deck, where the goal is either to Shuri Nimrod into destroying it twice on turn 6 using any one of these 3 destroy cards here, or doing multiple man, destroying it, Hulkbustering it, whatever, and then bringing it back with Phoenix Force. And also, I'll say, like, and then using, like, these move cards to move it around a bit and make, like, 100 copies. And I'll say, like, one of the things I really like about this deck is that it has a lot of flexibility as far as, the combination of elements, right? Like, if, say, for example, you play Nimrod and they play like a Cosmo or an Armor on that same location. Well, I have Ghost Rider, Ghost Spider, and I also have Ghost Spider, which moves the last card. Not sure like if I should be like explaining these cards. People who played the game know what they all do, but if anyone is watching, like a viewer of mine that hasn't played the game, these cards move cards around is the point, and they can be used to move my Nimrod around, bring all my Nimrods to one location to be destroyed, something of the sort, which is pretty damn handy. Also, with magic being really cheap now, it's very easy to play magic early and then do something like Shuri, Nimrod, Carnage, Deathlock, and then on the last turn, Venom, Absorbing Man, to do like a big, beautiful combo. Venom Absorbing Man is like the killer is like the killer combo. Like, those two things just retain all of Nimrod's power as he's like zapping around to the different lanes, and basically just let you put so much power on just about every lane, which is key. I'll also say another good combo if you're doing the Phoenix Force multiple man play is like, if you have 7 turns, like Doctor Strange, Absorbing Man can also be a handy play in that scenario. I would not cut Absorbing Man. I think Absorbing Man is great in this deck for multiple reasons, and yeah. I will say, there was the new card this week, which I haven't gotten, but I bet she would be pretty good in this deck. I have no idea what I would cut for her. Geez, it might be Absorbing Man, just because he really needs the other cards to be enabled. He needs other cards to enable him, but I don't know. He's really good. Maybe Ghost Spider, but then Ghost Spider is so important to the Phoenix Force win condition. It's the whole thing. Anyway, I have other decks as well. Maybe we'll switch it around as we go forward. Some of these decks are not really that competitive. Like, for instance, Play Some Sixes. The point of Play Some Sixes is pretty much what it says on the tin. The point of this is to just, if I have a quest to play 6-drop cards, this deck will almost invariably be able to play them before turn 6. So if I really need to retreat on turn 6, I can play a 6-cost card, unlike turn 4 or turn 5 even, with ramp, you know, and be able to make progress on that quest without losing, without like committing to a game I wouldn't win, or without like depending on my enemy to not retreat on the last turn. That said, also Magic does make this easier just in general, but you know, whatever. Honestly, I should, you know what, let me make a small change to this. As much as I like Infinite, this deck isn't really like built to make use of Infinite, so let's go with who do we go with if not Infinite, actually? We could go Galactus and then like, you know, go like Electro, no, not Electro. Go like Wave, Galactus, and then on 5, what the fuck? Then I'd be sort of out of luck on 5. I could see that working though, playing Electro something or other. No, I can't. Electro on 3 doesn't let you play it on 4. Not sure if... Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Nope, nope, nope. The Hulk? Magneto? Go with Magneto. Magneto's fun. Okay, that looks fine. Maybe honestly Psylocke doesn't really hang anymore. Let me see. What's a good 1-cost card right now? Good, like, something that ramps up. I haven't messed with this deck in a while, since its point is just to play big cards and get the credit for them quest-wise, but it's good to do some deck building now and again and actually, like, refresh the lineup, the list, the deck list, etc. I need to grab... Let me grab a thing real quick. I gotta grab my phone. Also, let me grab some water. You know what? After I finish this, what the fuck goes in here? Negasonic? No, that doesn't make sense. Well, I have, like... There are times where I'm not gonna... You know what? White Queen, that's fun. Draw their own card. a good 4 cost card, and also I can just pull whatever their 6-drop is, and you know, hopefully it's good for the situation. Okay, sure, whatever. That's fine. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna go grab a drink real fast. I hope that the audio is good. Y'all let me know if it's like is out of sync or something. Sometimes PC games, the capture thereof gets weird, and you know, hopefully that hasn't occurred when it just got all weird for a second. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab water and my phone real fast, and then we'll get into things further. 1 second. Ugh. Since I now have the thing that cuts out breaks from the VOD, perhaps I should always just like throw to a break in situations such as these, so that it's just like cut from the VOD whatsoever, you know, altogether, but I don't know. You know, if it's just like a 10-second thing, I'm not sure if it's really like required, you know. Apparently there's an app update for the Twitch on the phone. Okay. Couple of other things before we get into this. A little bit of upfront preamble type things. Little follow-up on the camera position stuff. This came up last stream. Was playing StarCraft 2 and was sort of struggling to find a good place for the camera. Also because there's the whole people can throw Pikmin at my face thing for channel points. It sort of complicates like me moving around. I sort of have to configure the Pikmin thing at the same time as configuring everything else. So, for a while now I've had preset positions for all 4 of the corners. And, well, I've been working now. Oh, since the last stream, I've worked to add additional places. Not just 1, like last stream, that I had to change if I needed to change, but in fact 5. I can be up here, a little to the side. I can be down here, down on the middle of the left. I can be sort of on the bottom towards the right. I can be sort of in the middle. And I can be sort of towards the top, but not exactly. I see one of my hotkeys enabled some sort of debug thing. Great. How the fuck do I get rid of that? Well, that's just fucking great. Y'all seeing that? You are seeing that. What the fuck? How do I get rid of that? Seriously, though. Okay, there's... Seems like I just have to hit it enough times, maybe? How the fuck do I get rid of this fucking thing? Anyway, that's kind of unavoidable with the way hotkeys work. I need to have a hotkey that's global so that it reaches the thing that lets you throw Pikmin at me, so it has to be a real hotkey or something that's to the whole system. The fuck? Let me God damn it. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna go to the PC real fast and try to get this sorted out. But yeah, now I have more options. Maybe I should have used different hotkeys for them, but whatever, man. I have so many hotkeys. There's not that many openings, I guess. I have to combine different combinations of Control and Alt and hope they don't do funky business. Fuck are my camera controls? Reset 3. Oh, here we are. Okay. One of these... I really shouldn't be hitting all my hotkeys just willy-nilly, but... one of these has to take down that... Oh! The one that does the viewer level thing. Took it down, okay. Okay, there we go. What the fuck, right? Back to the couch. Okay. So that's that. You know, hopefully, you know, there might be some issues of hotkeys overlapping with other hotkeys. That just goes with the territory. Let me get that down. Anyway, more camera positions. For this game in particular, I think all I need is this one in the upper left. Don't need to mess around with like any of the other ones, so you won't see them again, considering that Marvel Snap uses the same hotkeys for stuff apparently, but, you know, here's one of them that I have. Wait. Oh, right, I see where I am. Yeah, there. Oh, one more example. Here, I can go down here. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stick to this location for this stream, but, you know, options are available for other games when I'm needed. Also, let me follow up on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Idea I had for this stream originally. Was originally thinking I would do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, pair that up with this, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Was kind of the first trading card game I ever actually played. The Game Boy Advance version of it specifically. But then I looked and I found out there were like 8 Game Boy Advance games, and I have no idea which one I played. Which ones I played. I definitely played the one with the dice, that weird one. Because I remember that grid system, that grid and the pentomino thing very distinctly. But I don't know what real one that I played, because I definitely played one with real rules, or something that was very similar to real rules. Apparently, not all the Game Boy Advance games use the real rules. Some of them just sort of improvise and do like some bullshit that's not quite what the actual rules of the game are, which seems weird to me. But then I found out that apparently the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Ended up with being designed is it started as just like a game that was described in a manga, and then it became a real game much later on in the process, so, you know, that explains why sometimes if you're watching the anime, it doesn't quite line up, because it was literally written before it was an actual honest-to-God game, which kind of like mind-blowing to me. I never realized that. I always thought it was, if anything was off from the show, it was just because, you know, storytelling. But yeah, we might do that later at a later stream, but not tonight. And you know, I'd have to think about what forms that would take, which ones we'd do, and whatever. Finally, I will say I am thinking about doing some Saturday morning making, maybe. So maybe expect to see some sort of Saturday morning stream where I work on my next Mario Maker level and you know, make some progress on it. I'll say I have, since the last stream, built what I'm pretty sure now is going to be the first screen of the level, and it's pretty fucking cool. And I, hope to, during that stream, make a couple more segments like immediately on, like the next screen, maybe the screen after, maybe even make a good chunk of what will actually be the first half of that level live. Is the intent, is the goal. And I'll talk about like what I'm thinking and like what design I'm putting into and like what I'm looking for each segment to accomplish, to do other levels that I want to be like similar to but also different from, and other such considerations. Been mulling that over. Hopefully by the time Saturday rolls around I'll be good to do that, and we'll see. My sleep schedule's been a little screwy lately. I don't know when it'll be, maybe around noon or so Central Time. Anyway, let's play some fucking Marvel Snap. Hey. Again, I'll say the deck that we're gonna start off with, and is kind of my main deck right now, this multiplications tables deck is what I call it. Hey, Jayhawk. It's a Nimrod Phoenix Force deck where the goal is to make a big multiple man Phoenix Force and copy it to like every location, or a big Nimrod and copy it to like, a bunch of locations. And the Angel, or Angel? No, the Limbo, Magic. Magic makes it very consistent these days, and it lets you do some real nice bullshit. Let's go. And again, I'll say, like, if you haven't seen Marvel Snap before, it's a lovely game. Every match is like 3 minutes long. And it's all just very fast-paced. Each game is like 6 turns. There's a gambling mechanism where, like, if you want to, like, double the stakes of each game, you can do this. You can just snap, and that'll double the stakes. I'm an infinite, so I don't... My opponent retreated! They didn't want any of this! Dude, we're an infinite. What the fuck? Who cares? Man, you see someone snap, you just run? Alright. Well, I won a match with a snap, and I made my opponent retreat. Those are 2 quests that I had. That's very good. You can see that quests are very important because you get, like, stuff for it. You get, like, this credit, which you can use to upgrade your shit. And get, like, additional doodads. Basically, you cosmetically upgrade your cards, and then, there's, like, a collection track that gets you, like, more cards and more shit. It's very slow where I am. I'm Series 3 complete, so I'm just reliant on getting a purple chest every now and again and hoping there's something good in it. I'll say I don't use those strategically. I just pop them immediately and just gamble, I feel like that's the most fun way to do it. I know the best way is to wait until there's something you really want, or, you have 4 of them, but... Man, I just want to take the chance. And it's paid off a couple times, and it's not paid off a couple other times. So, it's basically a wash, I would say. Okay. I don't really want to... Well, actually, you know what? It's not even going to move. I'm going to play that there. If I Hulkbuster this, is that going to move? I'm not sure, 100% sure. Hulk... Multiple man, by the way, it moves, copy to the location. Hulkbuster's gonna fuse with it and make it a really big multiple man. Then I think I'm gonna Carnage and then look to do Phoenix Force and hope to draw Doctor Strange. Cosmo on Asteroid M. Not good, but not bad either, honestly. I'm gonna snap. Fuck him. He's not... this opponent ain't gonna retreat. They're gonna stick around. So basically, this deck, the goal is to make lots of big multiple men. And I have, a plethora of options to make that happen. Or... a big a big Nimrod. And I'll say, I used to have just a Nimrod deck that was basically the Nimrod strategy plus cards to, like, make it more consistent. But this deck is, like, consistent. It is, like, a more consistent one because it has 2 win conditions rather than 1. And also it's, shit, I'm just realizing if I get Doctor Strange, it can only pull the Nidavellir guy. But also I didn't get Doctor Strange, so it's kind of irrelevant. I'm gonna move that guy over there, and really wish I had Doctor Strange. I'd play it right here and get another multiple man from here over to here. This is muted. This is Cosmos, so I'll just put down this Deathlock, and how much energy do I have? I have 3 energy. Just Venom this. Okay, let's go. We're putting a lot of stats in every lane. That should be enough. We'll see, though. $35. Oh, God! Right! Oh! It was good, though! Inadvertent good thing. Except that's... Yeah. Really needed to draw the, really need to draw that Doctor Strange. Okay, let's see now. Go again. That's all there is. Hey, you know, the games are quick, they're fun, and you know, you get a little bit of mind games, and yeah. I gotta get an actual win with this deck. Oh, I got my Nimrod. I got my Shuri. That's all I need now. I would like to get 2 of my destroy cards. If I can get Magic and Carnage, that's the best possible thing. Oh! this location, by the way, I didn't mention. This whole game has a lot of randomized locations that have, like, fun effects that you have to play around. It's fun, you know. You're basically not just playing around your opponent, but also playing around the locations that are revealed. This one's so good with Nimrod because Nimrod, when he's destroyed, he copies himself. So we're gonna get free Nimrod copies for free. Oh my god. And you know what? I'm gonna destroy my a multiple man too. Why not? There's really no reason not to. Maybe I should have destroyed something else. No, I would have had to. I don't have the cards for that. You know, I can play Phoenix Force now and get like a really big, and then do. No, I can't do. Well, actually, I could do. I could do Phoenix Force, and then I could do Shuri next turn, and then Nimrod on the last turn, and it would bust to these locations, and I would also be spreading around a lot of guys with Phoenix Force, and also because of that extra energy from Shuri, I could play Carnage on the last turn and like destroy Nimrod an extra time. Oh, Phoenix Force, what the fuck? Oh, another Electro. Wow, okay. Why do you want that much power, that much energy? This guy might have some good stuff. Just, you know. Well, actually, no. He only has 2 fucking cards. How much? What possibly could he have? Well, he's obviously gonna draw a card. I'm gonna snap. Oh, that's pretty sick as well. I got this, so I'm gonna copy this to, You know what? Actually, I can copy this here. Wait a minute. Oh, I can have even more energy to spend next turn if I do this. If I do multiple man over here, Ghost Spider here, Shuri here. Ooh. And then Nimrod. And then I could afford, like... Oh, God! It's Dr. Octopus! Dr. Octopus pulls all the cards out of that. Oh, fuck. Well, that was a good card to have, turns out. And Jesus, multiple man can't copy itself back to Xandar. Wow, fuck. We also can't destroy... And all we got is a fucking Hulkbuster. Final doodad. God damn. That was a good play on his part. Question is, can he get 8 power on here to compete with us? And I'm gonna have 16, I'm gonna have 20 here. That's pretty good as well. And he has to play something over here to win this location. Honestly, we could still have it. Let's see. Okay. Well, what could this card be? Is it like Ultron or something? Ultron would not win. Heimdall. That doesn't win. Very good. Victory. Yeah, I play a lot of Marvel Snap, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Keep up with all my daily quests, clear all my shit, upgrade cards, and, you know, try to get as many new ones as I can. As I do. Let's see, win a location with 4 cards, draw cards, play 3 cost cards. Okay, let's continue. More multiplication tables, let's do. Eventually, I think we should like shift around and do some other decks. I got a couple here, some of which I haven't touched in a while, I'll say. I haven't really like played as a main deck, but also a couple that are just fun to play and I do on occasion play with. I also have these things that I like to pull during my streams that are like cards that have things on them that I don't like to talk about. For those who have seen my streams before, I do this pretty often. And this game, of course, Marvel Snap, there's kind of a lot of waiting a lot of the time. I'll say in this case, I have Shuri, I have Nimrod, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Do I want to destroy a forge? Why would I want to do that? You know what I will do? I'll destroy a Hulkbuster, because then if I could like turn 6, no, that's not gonna work, is it? If I could like do Nimrod into Phoenix Force, and it brings back the Hulkbuster and attaches to the Nimrod, that'd be pretty big. But I'm going to do the other thing, which is Shuri Nimrod, which is going to be very big, so, that's how I do. Let me say a card. Did you watch that Gamescom Healy keynote? There was a whole Gamescom Healy thing. That's, in fact, when this client launched, when the Gamescom thing was airing. And considering that they had been hyping it up, that Gamescom thing, and very clearly suggesting that they would be there. Wow, that was a big, oh my god. I'm just realizing that what's the fuck's his name? The Spider-Man looking, what the fuck? I forget his name. That motherfucker just has 22 power, and also that's cloning VAT, so he plays that there, he gets another one to play on the last turn. Can we win this? My combo is pretty good. My combo is pretty good here. I'd be more comfortable if I had a 7th turn to do it in. No, I think we gotta back off here. Anyway, watched that Gamescom when it was live, and found it to be pretty boring. It took a while for Marvel Snap to show up, and when it did, it was just a video, which was pretty good animation, I guess. It's now like what shows up when you launch this game on PC, which is pretty nice. And also, you know, they announced the PC client was coming out, but also it kind of launched like an hour. It kind of launched like immediately as the game comp thing was going. Like, I was just sitting there, you know, it was middle of the workday. I was doing work, watching the Gamescom in the background, and I heard on a Discord someone saying like, "Oh, the client's out," and I said like, "What? Then what the fuck am I watching Gamescom for?" God damn it! I continued to watch though that Gamescom presser. Ooh, I swear I zoned out for like most of it. Just not a very exciting thing. Options here. I could do Hulkbuster and then move this guy over to here, and you know, use this monster in a lane, and then try to pile on here. If I could do Shuri, Nimrod, Carnage over here, and just surprise the opponent with like a barrage of stuff flowing out of this lane, I think that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. I'm gonna play multiple man. I don't have Nimrod, I don't have Shuri, so it's kind of silly to think about these things yet without those in play. Maybe I should have played the Ghost Spider here. Get that copy. Not really gonna have time to do a whole full-on like Phoenix Force combo, even if I draw Phoenix Force right now. This is not looking good. I don't think we drew what we need for this yet. Okay. I can play that. I can at least copy this over to there and get a second copy of it. This will get a third copy to over here. And a fourth copy, hey, Doctor Strange into Absorbing Man. That'll get multiple copies over to there. I'm banking a lot on him not contesting either of these lanes, but neither of us have snapped, so maybe neither of us has a really killer play. Let's see what happens. Ooh, death. Okay, so I am winning Monster Metropolis. So, hey. I just have to hope that they don't have a better play that beats, you know, 2 8s being added to that lane right at the end. No. Oh! Math! Look at that! Look at that math! Nola was a pretty good play, but just barely outdid it. Woo, that feels good. That was a good one. Hey, how about we check out some other decks now? I will say I do have this older deck, Destroy Strategically, which was my original like my original older Destroy deck, which was a Nimrod Destroy based around Shuri, Nimrod. Recently I added Arnim Zola for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why I did that. I guess I had tweaked this relatively recently, but I haven't played it relatively recently. But basically, the idea was to have that nothing else mattered other than the Shuri, the Nimrod, and the Destroy cards, like these three, and also Absorbing Man, which, even without, with Zabu, can be used on turn 6 with Venom. So, you know, turn 6 Venom, Absorbing Man, that was always my big killer combo back with this deck, but I think it's time to admit that this deck is far inferior to the combined version of multiplication tables, so I'm gonna take the leap. I'm doing it. Delete deck. Goodbye. You know, hey, since the Nimrod season, that deck has been, what are these buttons? Only show favorites. There we go. Since the Nimrod came out, that deck has been like a staple of mine. But multiplication tables just far outclasses it, unfortunately. Which, hey, you know, it happens. It's all good. Let's see now. I also have here Perfect World, which was my my high evolutionary deck. First time I got to Infinite was a few months ago. I did it on the back of this deck, pulling me from like damn near the bottom all the way up to the top, and then doing like one hot location that really benefited move cards. I put together this deck with Spider-Man 2099, and I'll tell you, since that hot location ended, 2099 has not been any good whatsoever. But during that first week of his release with that hot location that benefited him, this deck was able to get me from 90 to 100 the first time. Since then, it's been a lot easier to get into Infinite, I will say, and, you know, coming from 73 rather than like the butt way down at the bottom, you can get to Infinite with basically any deck, you know. I do see people saying things like, oh, this deck, I was able to climb this deck up to Infinite, and it's like, man, this deck took me to Infinite, man, multiple times. It took me to Infinite last season, before Phoenix Force had really been, like, before Magic was, like, buffed, and really made this deck, like, much better than it was. And, you know, post-Magic, it also took me to Infinite again this season, pretty much. It's not hard to get back to Infinite once you're starting from 73, I think. Though it did take me a while last season. It took me like half the season to get back up here. This time, though, it was like 5 days, which felt pretty good. I also, during that span, didn't mess around with any decks. Just pretty much kept it to the tried and true ones, you know. Well, this one, the tried and true, this one. Before we go and play a different deck, do I still have my threes deck? I guess I did delete my threes deck. I used to have like a Silver Surfer Lockjaw deck, which was pretty good, but you know, hey, that was so long ago, and I had stopped using that deck after, you know, changes and buffs and stuff. It wasn't really a pressing thing anyway. Let's do some collection stuff. I have like a whole bunch of credits, you can see there, like 1,000. I'll just do as I do. I go by quality, and I go from a bottom up, and I look and see like what can be upgraded right now. For my base rule as far as like going around the horn, is I want to be able to go from the basic level up to 3D at least. That's like a cosmetic thing. So in the case of some of these cards, I'm not going to upgrade them if I can't get all the way around the base. Also, I'll say for my money, I only fuck with the original cards because I don't want to have to invest in multiple cards. I only want to invest in like one set of cards per card, and it's simplest just to go with the defaults rather than having to change things up now and again. I also feel like that's like, I don't know, just a good way to avoid like being that open to like monetization, right? Like, I don't need any of the variants. I'm not really interested in them. I will upgrade them to green because it's cheapest to upgrade them the first time, so you're kind of getting a good deal. That's sort of the best conversion of credits to progression that you can get in this game. But, yeah. I have 1,000 more. Let me spend it real fast. I'll say I'm pretty far from the next purple chest, and the way the game works right now, there's not really anything I can get, like, until then. Oh, Doctor Strange. What the fuck? Doctor Strange has never been going around the horn. I really need to do that. He's like a linchpin of my current deck. My current main deck. I wish... I'll say something that I wish. I wish that there was a view that was just like, show me the cards that are in decks, and let me upgrade those specifically, because those are the ones I'm using. Those are the ones I kind of care about, you know, more than other ones. So you can see there, when you upgrade a card, it starts off as just a regular ass card. You upgrade it once, it breaks out of its frame. I'm saying this in case there's people, viewers of mine, watching who don't know this game and don't know how cool it is. It pops out of the frame a little bit. You can see there the circle. And then when you upgrade it to rare, it becomes 3D, which is just really nice. It especially looks nice on the phone, I will say. On the PC, you know, you have to sort of like drag it around to sort of get an impression of the effect, but, you know, on the phone, you're just like moving around and stuff happens, you know? You're just moving around and stuff is happening. Seriously though, I'm gonna take this up to epic. I think that spends... I think all my credits are spent now. I got a variant of Bishop. Again, it's not something that super excites me, but I will just upgrade to green, because like I said, you get like the best deal as far as progression per credit spent on the first upgrade to uncommon. So I always make sure to do that. I get a new card. Alright. Next deck. Let's play another deck here. This is one I haven't played in a while. I have modified it recently. It's called Collect and Discard. And basically the idea of this deck is that I have Collector, I have Mobius, and my goal is to pop cards into my hand, and then if I need to like thin out my hand to like, you know, add more cards or whatever, I can do that by doing Gambit or Modok. And Gambit's the real one for like lightening my hand, but Modok is like a finisher. And if you're wondering like what is the ideal situation here, what is the ideal play on like turn 5, 6, I'll tell you, Modok is more of a turn 6 play, and I had the most success with sort of a Sarah on 5, and then doing like a Modok Morbius on 6. The idea there was to make it so that it appears to the enemy that it's just a regular ass collector deck, with, you know, an emphasis on and like generation cards, stealing cards, etc. You know, getting random stuff and working with it, which I'll say as an archetype is really fun. In general, it's always fun to get cards randomly and have to deal with it. And back in Hearthstone, I love that card, that Warlock card, that replaced your deck with random cards that cost one less. Which, hey, that's sort of what Loki does now, coming soon to Marvel Snap, like next season or so. So the rumors say. So I'll say I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, I also added Dakin because Dakin is a pretty good 3-drop. Works with the Collector. It also works with the Discord. I will say, it kind of gives away the game a little bit, having him in play, but whatever. That should be fine. It's not as if people don't expect those things to go together anyway these days. When you get enough weekly challenges done, you get some extra stuff. And with the amount of dailies you get, it's easy to get all the way up to 25. Well, I say easy. You know, it's not really a thing. I'm gonna buy some more quests for us to do. Win matches and win 20 or more power. Also, I got some stuff. Alright, let's do some of collect and discard. They should change this to be more, to not be like a 1D thing anymore. I feel like that'd be a good thing. Two things. Well, let's okay, you know, before I like sidetrack, let's just play the video game and talk about the strategy. Like I said, my goal here is to hide the Morbius until like the very end. Ideally, if I have no other turn to play, it is better, I think, to play the Morbius than to withhold it or to waste the mana. But I think it is best to play the motherfucker, you know? On turn 5, all cards must be played there. Okay, well, Sarah's going over there then. Not a big... when I got this Shang-Chi, that's nice. Also, hey, you know, Sarah plus Quinjet means that these stolen cards will be really cheap on turn whatever, if we end up going that route of using a bunch of stolen cards. Dakin or Collector? I'm gonna put Collector over here, and then I think Nick Fury next turn. I haven't gotten MODOK yet, so I don't really have a discard enabler yet.
Squad's still a little light.
Clear for takeoff.
I could destroy that lane. Why would I do that? Wouldn't be expecting it. How big of a threat is Thanos here? I have Shang-Chi in hand. I have Shang-Chi in hand. Oh, you just mean in general? How big is Thanos? Well, Thanos... Well, actually, you know what? I should say, for those who don't know the game, these time stones are added to the deck by Thanos. So we know he's playing a Thanos deck. And I would say that Thanos has been a very powerful card, insofar as these soul stones are like the best, pretty much the best 1-drops in the game, generally. I think I'm gonna go with Sarah here. Ooh. The Leech. That's tough. Then again, hey, we got Gambits. Do Gambit, Agent Coulson. Hope for, like, destroying one of these. And... fuck me. I need to get one of these lanes. What can I do here? I could put Ultron here. There's nothing I can do to generate cards right now. So I can't make my guy bigger. I would have to contest this lane, and I think he knows it. And doing the 1-drop doesn't make a difference. 2 4s is my best play, and I can split them up. No, that's not going to be good. I would have to hope for, like, the She-Hulk being destroyed, and that's, tenuous. If I wasn't in Infinite, I would probably retreat right now. But fuck it, let's see what happens. You know, this could go either way with the card in question. Come on! Ah, damn it! We would have won if it had destroyed anything in Mojo World. Such is the, you know, hey. Worth a shot, worth a shot. Yep. Hello, West Runner, how you doing? Thanks for coming by and saying hello. This is, by the way, Collect and Discard deck I haven't played in a while. But, you know, I'm playing it now. It has changed a bit recently. I added Dak into it. And basically, the big play that I like to do in it sometimes is either doing, like, a good combination of random stolen cards, which are really cheap because of Quinjet and Sarah, maybe. Or doing Sarah and then into MODOK Morbius, surprise them by showing off, like, hey, this is actually a discard deck. All these cards I'm generating, I'm also just going to be discarding them and buffing up 2 really big cards on the last turn. What was Galactus doing in there? I got it from Nick Fury. Nick Fury generated it for me. I added Nick Fury recently because he got buffed. I don't know, though. He does generate, like, more cards than I can use. Maybe there are other card generation options that would be better. If I had that relatively new one that copies the lowest cost card in your enemy's hand, that would be pretty sick. Mirage, I would definitely want to use that one. Any idea what this dude's name means? None whatsoever. Just looks like random symbols to me. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to play my collector now. And then I think Coulson. Coulson or Dakin? I think Coulson. And maybe Dakin, Quinjet. Quinjet, Dakin. Quinjet, Dakin. And then Sarah into a big MODOK play right here and hope for the best. Well, okay. I'm putting Sarah here so it doesn't matter about Cosmo, and then Morbius goes into there, and then MODOK in one of these other lanes. Okay, I think we got this. I'm gonna snap. Oh wait, we have extra turns too. Shit, I didn't realize that. What can we do with these extra turns? Do we still want to discard our hand, like, on turn 6, or should we just wait until... Oh shit, there goes the MODOK. He got turned into a pig. Damn it. Well, we do still have Agent. You know, it's still possible that we could draw something that destroys or discards from Agent. All is not lost here as far as like activating our Dakin goes. Was Morbius a good play here? Actually, might not have been a good play here, just, you know, because it's not going to get that big after all. Sandman. A little late for Sandman, but whatever. Oh, it's discarded. Oh, Cosmo's gone. Hey. Oh, I hope he played something that has a bad effect. Ah, nah, that's just normal. Jubilee. Hellcarrier Jubilee. Honestly, this pig is pretty strong right now. That's a pretty strong pig for 3. But I can't do Helicarrier and pig. I'd have to do pig, Nimrod, Muramasa, which isn't bad, but... Or pig Jubilee. I think the Helicarrier... I think I like the Helicarrier better. Helicarrier big. I got a silk. Well, that works for me as well. Oh, that's very close, but it still works for me. Now, what's the limbo play? Nebula! Beautiful. Look at that, 1 by 1 point on the left there.
Victory.
Alright, shit, I'll take it. Alright, we got more. We won a location with 4 cards. We also won a match. That's good. Fun rolling. Couple more with this, and then we'll pick out another deck. Well, at some point in this stream, I do want to make a new deck. It's been a while since I really made a new deck that I liked. So, you know, I'd love if y'all have like things you want to see. If you have like suggestions, I'd love to try to make something work. I think that'd be fun. And like I said, I feel like I'm in a rut now with my main deck being what it is, and, you know, we are in Infinite, so there's no risk to experimentation. Just, you know, extra ranks that don't even matter. Is this a Cerebro deck? That's what we're facing, Cerebro? I mean, I could see if I could draw his Cerebro. That's possible. I could draw a Cerebro, or I could do Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson is on curve. I'm gonna do Agent Coulson here.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Alright, well, that gives me power as well. Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Well, that'd be the worst play possible. I would be dependent on Agent Coulson randomly going here to get any power whatsoever onto that lane. That is fun, though, to play that card there. I don't have anything that really... I should play something on this location here. I'll play Nick Fury. I think that's right. Alright, Nick Fury is going to be like even with that. The location is tied up. Okay, Iron Man Agent. Beautiful.
I am Iron Man.
And if he has a really big card, we have the Shang-Chi, so that'll be pretty good. Oh shit, it's Legion. Pretty good time for Legion, actually. This is not a Cerebro deck. Omega Red is pretty good right now. And destroy a card with, oh, I know. Shang-Chi. Eh? Eh? Wait, no, wait, I gotta... Wait, no, I'm... So, this is probably going to get... This is probably going to get, like, 4 power to each of these locations. And this is going to kill the guy... Let's go for it. Oh, it's a Patriot deck. Right, okay, right. The other thing that it could have been. Oh, Spider-Man's gonna die. Spider-Man's gonna die now because he got bigger. Oh, beautiful. Ha ha. That's lovely. He didn't even win. What the hell? He didn't even win the middle location because of Omega Red. Haha. Woulda... I think he might have lost anyway, even if the Spider-Man hadn't died, just over how much I was winning Kunlun and how this one wasn't even evened out. That's pretty good. Hey, I didn't do that that big combo that I talked about being like this deck's signature move, but whatever. That's just a one combo that can happen. And I'll say even back when I played this deck regularly, which was like ages ago, I'll say, it was a little inconsistent in getting that big combo to go off, but still a very fun deck to play. Speaking of fun decks to play, let's be assholes. How about stop right there? This is my Legion deck. It's sort of, you know, what's the word? A point slam deck, where the point is to play some big cards early turns, like Medusa, like Polaris. Nightcrawler to add some flexibility, Sunspot, Ghost Rider. I forget why I have Ghost Rider in the deck. Maybe it's Ghost Spider, jeez. Misreading the name of the font is weird. Should we have a different card? Anyone, shout out if you have a suggestion for what we should have instead of Ghost Rider. Or sorry, Ghost Spider, god damn it. Maybe... Yes, that's right, this is the asshole deck, and I love it. It's so good. Maybe, I mean, Spider-Man's not bad right now. At some point, I had Kraven in here, and that could get, like, extra power off Nightcrawler and Polaris. She-Hulk is good in every deck. I'll tell you, I guess, yeah, that's just a good standby. Just about every deck. What's the dickest thing I could do? Nebula will be at least the 3 cost if I pull off the stupid combo. Will be at least 3 power. Shang-Chi. I'll say I don't use Shang-Chi enough. I'm always one to just like you know, always one to curse Shang-Chi rather than like use Shang-Chi. Goose. I'm planning on not letting them play at all later in the game, so Goose doesn't really do all that much for me. Jean Grey is annoying, but also annoying for me. Dr. Octopus, that's too high. Give me, just give me the low-cost cards and sort them by energy. Let's think for a second. Only show 1 copy of each, thank you. What is the best thing that we could play on... I guess the question is, what turn are we lacking for options? Turn 2. Turn 2, I can only do Medusa. That's the optimum play. And then Jeff is just simply not as good because I'd rather save Jeff for the last turn if possible. So what I'm looking for is a 2-drop with power to spare. Cloak. Why not? Cloak is just like doesn't do that much for them. I could also see like I at one point had Ebony Maw in here. I had M'Baku though because I thought like, okay, well, that's just another card that can get onto the board last turn that I don't have to play. You know, that can be a little extra in addition to my man Jeff, which I was only able to afford like a week ago. I just added Jeff to this like last week. I'll say I have had situations where Ebony Maw was like an awkward play. But let's go with this, you know? Ebony Maw, I could play Cloak and then move the Ebony Maw around to a different lane and, you know, sort of juke it up a little bit. Yeah, I think this is let's do this. This is the Stop Right There deck. Let's play some of this. Are there any other decks that I have here that I want to play some of? I'll play some Who Guards the Guardians. It's just a Guardians lockdown deck that during that season where the season of the Guardians of the Galaxy, that was sort of my main jam. You know what I will say of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh shit, that's nice. I'll say this of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They should add like a They should add a 6-drop that fits the Guardian's mold. I don't know how you would work it, but I bet it would be something like something along the lines of 6 power. If you play this in the same location as an enemy card, maybe I don't know if it would like gain a bunch of power or if it would like give other cards power. Maybe. I think that'd be interesting. Oh, nice, we can play this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Gambit, Ebony Maw, Gambit. I'd like to Absorbing Hand next turn and just destroy some of their other shit. I think that'd be cute. I did not draw. I have not drawn my, I should have played that. That was reckless. I thought about playing it, and then I said, no, you know what? I'm gonna save it for lockdown situation. Oh, you know what? Also, I'm just realizing Jeff and Ebony Maw, they work together. Shit. I mean, I don't mean that they're like friends in the canon, but I mean that they synergize, you know? What if everything was really cheap? You know, I don't know if this is a good move for me right now. If you don't know what Legion does, by the way, it replaces each other location with this one. I don't know if this is a good move, but this is a fun move. I'm gonna snap. Fuck you. Let's go. See what this fella do. I have more cards. Why don't I pull one while we're waiting for this guy to make a decision? I finished Oracle of Ages since the last stream. Not as strong on it as Oracle of Seasons, like I've said. I think that the emphasis on puzzles makes it a much different game, and I think a not as good game. You know, I think I like what is he doing? I don't understand this play from him. I just Save that for next turn. Yeah, let's save that for next turn. I mean, I could play that and then Green Goblin would be left over in that right lane, but I think I can win the middle lane without while moving Green Goblin over. Anyway, I'll say, the thing about the Oracle games that surprised me most, I feel like, is how much different games Ages and Seasons are. You know, in, like, their progression and, like, their flow, and, like, how much plot that they have, and how the puzzles, how the dungeons are designed. Ages is just a much more fiddly game, and a lot more involved as far as story and other such roadblocks go. And I'll say, for a portable game that I'm just, like, jamming through, like, as a game to play when I'm, like, looking... as a game to play, like, when I'm watching Sopranos or whatever, rewatching Sopranos or YouTube or whatever the fuck. I think that Seasons was a lot more fast-paced, and also the Seasons gimmick, I think's worked a lot better for me, and was a lot more, like, seamless than the Ages gimmick, which is basically just having 2 different maps to explore that adds some weird a little bit of cumbersomeness. What the fuck? A little bit of shit to the progression that I was just not really feeling. I'm gonna buy some more quests. Alright. For us to do. I feel like, for a while there, the best way to spend gold, for a while, like, in, like, the early parts of the year, was to buy quests. Now I think it's, for a time after that, it was doing the Token Tuesdays, actually, since the collection level didn't really get you much for a while there. But now that there's the purple chests, I feel like buying quests is good again, actually. Let's do another one of those and try to get our killer, our combo. I'll say I don't think this deck is like the greatest deck in the world, but it's very funny every time it goes off. So, you know, let's do it. That's great. For some decks, they don't have to be good. They just have to be funny. You know what I mean? They just have to be fun to play. Anyway, I'm happy to have played both games, and I'll say Ages was pretty good. You know, I didn't hate it. I think it's 4 out of 5. I think it's... Oh, that's great. Look at that. Perfect place to play our Maximus. I'll snap. Fuck it. I mean, I haven't drawn my cards, but why not? We're in Infinite. Maybe he'll retreat. Blurry face over there. Alright. Well, that's pretty good for me. Check this fucking shit out. We haven't drawn our, like, killer combo, but look right here. We're gonna, like, pull that Sentinel over to Fist Tower and just dead. Right now. Right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, crap. This hand is not good, actually. I know I was saying it was beautiful a second ago, but... it's... We're really going to need to draw... what? Our main guy now? I think we're screwed, but... Oh, right. America Chavez. It's guaranteed that I get it on 6. That's right. I always forget about that when I have her in a deck because I usually don't. And the only reason I do in this case is because this deck doesn't have a season. It doesn't have a...
In range.
Actually... yeah, let's do this. Fuck it. This doesn't have a turn 6 optimally if I get that stupid ass combo, which I love to pull off. And the enemy just has to retreat in shame. So that's why American Chavez is in there. Anyway, Oracle of Ages. Enjoyed it. But I still think that Seasons is just like a much better one. And I'm happy to have finally finished both of them. Which, you know, I played, I think, a little bit of both of them on the game on the 3DS when they came out there, but never actually finished either one, and they're great Zelda games. Hey. They're very good Zelda games, too great. Definitely Seasons is the best one. I will say it was interesting as well how they sort of connect, you know, and how the second game that you play with the code system ends up, the second one that you play, that's good. We put all our points on the one that they're betting on as well. Beautiful. The second one that you play sort of like enhances some of the bosses that are shared between them. Like those bosses, when you run into them, they'll say like, hey, I recognize you from the other game, and it'll be a slightly harder fight. I did find the final boss with Ganondorf to be kind of annoying, but what else is new? I'm not really the biggest fan of final bosses in Zelda games. Other than, I'll say, the latest one, Tears of the Kingdom. That ending is so good in that game. Very nice. I'm gonna buy some more. Buy some more of these. Have more to do. Get more shit. We gotta at least pull off this dumbass combo once here before we, like, switch gears to another deck or make a deck or whatever the fuck. We gotta make some. We got the combo. Haha, we got it. Look, hey. Okay, this is gonna be it. I'll say with this combo, I can also do Storm and then Absorbing Man if I were to draw Absorbing Man, which I don't think we've seen this in any of the previous matches, but I do have Absorbing Man in this deck. And that would also allow me to do Storm on 3, Absorbing Man on 4, Legion on 5. Cloak is just being played for stats here. Purely for stats. I could play... Here's what I think I play. I think I play Ebony Maw here, Storm next turn, and then Legion. This is gonna be close. I'm not sure. Maybe it depends on, like, what exactly is gonna come out of this. Black Panther, okay, 5 cost. Valkyrie. God damn it. Of all the cards to get. Well, I'm still winning in that lane. I'm gonna leave the big house empty, and I think, like, if I were to win this lane with Legion and Storm, maybe I can move Nightcrawler over here while it's being avoided by the opponent, because maybe they don't want to play their smaller cards there. Maybe they want to stick to bigger cards or something. They're gonna play that fucker there, aren't they? That 0 cost one. We'll see what happens. If we have to retreat, so be it. That's price of doing business. And hey, maybe we'll draw Jeff and be able to surprise him. Oh, fuck me. Damn it! Ah. Well, I'm going first, so I'll pull this Forge out either way. In which case, let's let's big up on this location, get 10 here. We'll pull out the forge and hope that that no more points are put over there. Okay, no points were put over there. Oh, the Killmonger did it. Yeah. Well, goddamn. Arrow was a really good card to fuck up our dumbass play, I will say. Another thing, I also finished a anime. Tony Cow Over the Moon for You High School Days. An ONA, original net anime, and 5 out of 5. And I thought it was also a favorite of mine now. 5 out of 5 with a heart means it's a favorite. You know, and I mark it as a favorite and such. Sort of like an extra point that it can get on top of being a 5 out of 5. Despite only being a 4-episode special, I thought that it was fucking really great. The premise of what is a net anime? It just means it's like an OVA, original video, an original animation, whatever, original video animation, except that it premiered online first, as in like on Crunchyroll and stuff, rather than in a DVD box set or something. It's basically a continuation of the last season of Tony Kawa, which is a very good show wherein the basic premise is that there's this guy and he gets married and has a wife. And, I mean, I guess that's... Play this here. He gets married, he has a wife, and it's a lot of them being really cute together. You know, being like a cute couple. Whatever the fuck. And, Should I storm out this location? Open for the play? I think I should. Let's see if we draw it.
Wind, aid my hand.
So basically, this was a continuation of that show wherein it takes place where the main character now has been roped into like teaching at a school, teaching at like a girls' school. So immediately a bunch of extra characters are added that are just like you know, fun and cute new girls, basically, which is fun, it turns out, because they are just nice additions to what I would say is the rogues gallery of that show. That show has a lot of characters who are just like, you know, a lot of characters who are just there to be like nosy, like a little bit nosy, who are just like nosy friends who are like, hey, what's going on with your love life, you know, characters, and then being like, oh shucks, I really don't want to say, actually, I really don't want to say what's going on with my love life. Oh geez, how horny? Oh, it's not horny at all, it's very wholesome. Tony Kawa is a very sweet show. I think we lost by like a fair margin. Actually, maybe like a point or two. Let me do the math. Yeah, three points off. Nothing we could do there. It's not horny at all. It's very wholesome. And though, you know, they do kiss and stuff, you know, and they do like occasionally think about what comes after that, but they, you know, they blush, they demur, and it's kind of cute and good. Anyway, I found this additional 4 episodes, which comes like a season after season 2 of this show, and I found it to be fucking, I think, better than season 2, and I was surprised by that, considering it's an original animation, you know, like a side thing, not even part of season 2. And I think part of that, the reason why it's so good, is that it turns out that this is from the source material So it's not like original stuff or anything. It's not like they're just making shit up like they sometimes do when you know, like they sometimes do in these cases. But it was very fun. All the new like characters really add to the thing. Have I ever played Doki Doki Literature Club? I have. I have played it. I'm not like the biggest fan of it or nothing, but it's a fun thing. It is a fun piece of work. Let me put Cloak over there, and I'll put Jeff over here. It's fun, and it has like a decent little twist at the end. I'll say, like, if you're asking, like, oh wow, he also has Jeff. You're asking, like, what my favorite like visual novel is. I would say I really enjoyed the Higurashis when Higurashi and Umineko read those a couple of years ago. Damn good. Now those are some fucking good visual novels. They are also, though, longer than the Bible, so, you know, not exactly a light read. Something you more have to commit to get through, but once you do, really rich. There's also a show. There's also a couple shows of, you know, both of them, I guess. I've heard that the Umineko show isn't very good, though. The Umineko anime is like, they tried, but it really didn't adapt well. It really didn't take to the formats of anime very naturally.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Well... This New York is going to be a problem for me because he's going to be able to move these guys. I don't think I can get more guys on the field than he can. So I think my best bet is to go LCM. You know what? That's not going to be it. I just realized he has, like, way more cards than me. If I do that, he's going to be able to, like, do, like, double Sarah. That's not it. We just need to get out of here. And hope for better draw next time. Oh, wait. We just did some quests. Nice. Nice. And that gets us one more box, 500 credits. A whole bunch of stuff. Season pass. Ooh, mystery variants. That's cool. Again, I'll say I don't really fuck with the variants that much. I'm just more looking for as fancy a regular card as I can get. And that's how I spend my my credits. Quality. Wait, where is it? Didn't we just get a new variant? Oh, we just got a mystery variant. Where is it? I'm sorting by quality, so it should be... Oh, filtering by price. There we go. I always upgrade to uncommon, though, to get, like, the, you know, cheapest credit to progression, you know. Always good to do. Okay, let's see. We should do some upgrading now. Real fast while we're in the screen. What's a good card that I use a lot but haven't really upgraded? Card that I use a lot but I have not upgraded near enough. Let's see now. Go with Hulkbuster. He has 300 of the motherfuckers. More than enough to go around the horn and back. Take it to infinity. Hope for gold. Hope for gold. I mean, I guess this motherfucker, like, disappears, like, immediately after you use him. So he's not, like, the best thing to, upgrade. But whatever, I use him. I'll see him when he's in my hand. People will see him when he comes onto the board. It works. We go, swap it in. Yep. And let me just go ahead and get this motherfucker up to... I got more than enough to get up to Legendary again. Let's do that. Beautiful. How far are we away from getting a purple box? Oh, we're pretty close. Hey. I just need maybe 1,000 more credits. Which in this stream we have, like, I accidentally did a thing. 1 second, let me... There we go. By the way, I assume that the audio, all that, has been good this stream. It all sounds nice. Hope it does. Hear the game and all. I don't usually play with game sound when I play Marvel Snap, since I'm usually playing on the phone while I'm watching a show or something. But not bad here. Alright, honestly, we're pretty damn close. Let's, let me go ahead. We'll do... I'll tell you what, we're gonna do 1 purple chest, at least by the end of the stream. And if I'm looking... where is that in the client? Where is that? Where the fuck is the collection thing that shows you your, how close you are to shit? Level, here we go. You can see there, we can get X23, we can get Silk. I don't have either of these cards. It could also be a random series, 4 or 5 card that I don't have, or 1,000 credits. Worst case, it's just a Nebula variant, which is just a 1 out of 4. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. Absolutely. Just gonna real quick, like, buy some more missions here. Let's see what we got. We haven't gotten anything that's like play 6 drops, which is pretty nice. A lot of my decks don't use 6 drops. It is part of the reason why I have a whole deck specifically for that quest. I have also on occasion made like decks for 1 drops. Hey, there's a... What the hell, Streamlabs? What? A little bit weird, Stream Decks doing that. Did that look normal on your end? Farts. Well, actually, no, I saw it. It looked like the rocket came way later than the thing. I don't know why Stream Decks is being weird sometimes with some of these notifications, but maybe I should do like some test. I used to do test notifications before every stream, but I haven't done them recently. Thanks a ton for the sub, Plastic Bags. Damn. That's much appreciated. Hell fucking yeah. Used to do tests of that every stream, but you know, since they've usually worked, haven't actually like done that on the regular, but I guess I don't know what I would do if I guess it's probably a thing where in like Windows there's like a bunch of tasks for each of the OBS monitors. I bet if I were to go in manually and set each of their priorities to, like, higher than average, right? Not normal priority, like higher priority, maybe those would perform better. I don't know. It also could be a factor of playing a PC game, but this PC game is very not intensive, so I don't really know about that. Cloak, Ebony Maw, and then we move Medusa over, and you know, that'll be a pretty big lane over here. Oh, wait a minute, I could have... Damn it, I'm just realizing this would work just as good as Storm's location for a location to play Legion on. I didn't think about that. God damn it. Oh well. That's what I get for not thinking about it too heavily. Play Maximus. I have a lot more cards, by the way, but I'll say I think I'd rather save them for tomorrow. I think this stream... Okay, it doesn't make a difference. I get to play in that lane either way. I'm gonna snap and I'm gonna end turn, and this is gonna... We're either gonna win this or we're gonna lose this right here, right now. This is either gonna be a big victory or a little defeat. The follower thing, when I do a follower, when there's a follower alert, those always work. So I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the bigger ones, like raids and stuff. Aye. Oh, wait. That doesn't help him. He can't play shit in that location. We won. It helps. Oh, wait a minute. That's Kitty Pride. Oh. Well, I'm getting Jeff here, and a big card there. He's retreating. Smart move. Okay, cool. That was very nearly the big annoying combo. I'm gonna buy some more quests here. 4 cost cards, win with a snap. 3 cost cards. Okay. How about 1 or 2 more of stop right there games? Whenever this combo goes off, it's delicious. But you do have to draw 2 very specific cards, and if you don't, the best it can do is like, haha, you know, it's just like, you know, struggle with whatever the fuck it has on hand. My Polaris is more expensive. Oh, fuck. Got my cloak as well. I was gonna play the cloak. Guess I'll play Jeff. I'm gonna play that there. I could fill his hand with cards on, like, the second to last turn. Oh, no, I can't. He's gonna block that. Well, actually, works fine for me. That is an effect I really don't want to trigger anyway. So I'll play that there. What's Ironland getting? What is this in the upper right corner? Card from Ironlad. Weird. It copied Jeff. It can move. I'm gonna do Absorbing Man. Give him more cards. And this will give me more options, you know. Wait, I thought... Oh, did I do Nightcrawler last? I did, didn't I? Ah, well. It's all fine. I'm gonna pull these guys out of this lane. Feel like he won't expect that. And do... Why not? And then Jeff here. Yeah, if you don't get the combo, it's just kind of a weird deck where you just have to hope like, okay, I got these early game cards, and I just have to hope that they do something good. Okay. Okay, shit. There we go. I should have snapped right there. Whatever. I'll take it.
Victory.
Do one more of these. One more big win with this deck. One more win. Let's say that. Let's put it like that. One more win with this deck. I want to shut down lanes if possible. Let's do it. That's...
Victory.
Maybe he got, what's the fuck? I bet he got, Harkness. Well, Agatha. I bet he got Agatha. That's my guess. Agatha Hornwood, whatever the fuck her name is. I bet he got that. That didn't count. That doesn't count. Too easy, too easy. We gotta feel like we did something. You know? Hope to get the Medusa. We got two cards to two turns to draw a storm right now if we want to do the combo. Got more than enough cards.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna pull this guy over to here because I think that'd be funny. Actually, pull him over to mid. Fuck him. That Warriors Fells is gonna be a real one.
Wind, aid my hand.
Play that, play that. Fortunately for us, we're pretty well suited to competing over, like, flooding locations, all that. That's actually a strong suit of this deck. If only that play had come one turn later, I'd be able to slap down my Legion on it. But instead, we're doing this whole thing. Captain Marvel. Gonna let Warrior Falls come into play. Move that shit over and... Okay, I'm gonna bet that he's not gonna go into Warrior Falls yet. And then I can Legion this, and and move some more guys over. Wait, no, I can't. I can't Legion that at all. Right, the big house. It prevents the Legion from being able to be played on this location. How do I have 15 here? Oh, right, the Medusa and Polaris who just moved. We both bet wrong. What? Oh, right, it's weakest. That's right. I forgot how that works. Hey. I guess I kind of thought it was that other location. Sometimes I don't read locations or cards and forget what they do. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I thought it was that other one. The one where if there's multiple people on this location. The bridge. I thought it was the bridge in my head. Let's see what happens. Storm and Nightcrawler are about to get destroyed. Damn close. I didn't know there was like a bubbly noise for emotes. Huh. Go figure. Let's do. This time, we got it. I just realized I did not edit the schedule to say the correct information before the end of. You know what? To make the deck, I'm gonna move back to the. I'm gonna move over to the PC desk so I can so that I can edit the name of the deck using the keyboard. I'll also just sneakily fix that while I'm over there. So y'all won't have to. When I pull up the schedule at the end, it'll be correct. You know? This is lovely. Just what I needed. I'm gonna hold off on Jeff here. Hey, that fills up their location. That's pretty good. Ooh, we got the combo. Beautiful. Alright, let's shut down LCM. Oh, and I'm gonna snap as well. A little late to snap. I could have snapped, like, after I saw what he's playing. Oh, crap. He just copied my biggest card. But Andy's going first. Shit! He's gonna play it, isn't he? He's gonna play it over here. Mess up my silly ass combo. Still, we are winning multiple locations. Oh no, he's shutting it down just as we would do. Okay. You know what? We did it. Kinda. Really, he did it? But, like, same difference. He is ahead by a nose, but you know what? This is good. This is why we kept Jeff in our hand, because we can move this motherfucker over, play Jeff. Boom. Got him! Hey, we made that deck work. I'll tell you, I think I find this works more often in my. I feel like we got some bad luck tonight with that deck. You know, I think I have seen it working more often than it worked here, but hey, you know, that's sometimes how the RNG goes. How about one more? You know what? One more. I bet we can get like a big. I'm feeling it. I feel like we could get a big win here using the bullshit combo. Was that a bad time to play Ebony? We should have played Sunspot first. Whatever. I'm gonna play Cloak over here and bring the Ebony Maw and the Sunspot both over there. We got Storm. We just need to draw our other card by turn. We just have to draw our Legion now. It'll be golden. Oh. Alright, that copies a motherfucker. That's an interesting variant. I've never seen that before. Moving both of these guys over. And I'm gonna shut down. Why can't I play it there? What the? Oh, right, the Ebony Maw prevents it from being played there right now. Still, this is gonna be pretty good, you know, as far as being a lane that's hard to contest, considering that it will shut everything down to 2. We didn't get the big combo. It's the 2 cost one. Maximus, Medusa, Shauna. Shit. Oh, wow. Quantum Realm is being negated by Luke Cage. Yeah, this is not looking good. I can pull a guy out, but he's gonna play a guy here. Jeff here is not good enough to make up the difference. Play there and hope for the best? It's not gonna work. I gotta retreat.
Escape.
There's no winning. I don't think. Let's see it out. Let's hey, you know what? We have the quests are about to regenerate in like a minute. That's nice. We also have now, I think, possibly enough credits to get us up to that purple chest. And if not, we're pretty damn close. Let me sort by quality, go up. Legion, how about we upgrade Legion? Where is Legion? I think I saw Legion was ready to go. Ready to be popped to whatever the next is. Legion, okay, there we go. Legion has more than enough to go around to infinity, and then more so, you know. I tend to upgrade until I get like inked or gold, and then I stop because there's nothing I can get that's better than inked or gold. You know, there's just no potential world where there's anything I would like more than just seeing it in black and white or seeing it with a golden background. I wish they had more than just those 2 things. They should make like a third thing. You know what I mean? Like a third cool background thing. What if it was blue? I don't know. I don't know what they will do. I'll say. Upgrade this to rare.
3D.
All right, we have 500. About enough for a 3 upgrade and a 2 upgrade. And 1 around the horn, you know, from infinite on. I will say with a lot of these that I have the tokens for and also the credits for. Like, this one is a gold background. I don't want to give that up. I got a Cosmo here in an ink. Don't want to give that up ever. Absorbing Man is inked. A lot of them are just like, ooh, Phoenix Force is ready to go. And that's just a regular ass Phoenix Force. Yeah, let's do it. Phoenix Force is the one.
Infinity.
Alright, shit, we got the Spotlight Cash. Let's go ahead and see what it is. It's... Okay, let's again... I'm gonna move myself here. These are the odds. It can be one of these 4 things. 2 cards I don't have, X23 or Silk. And 1 variant that is... I don't really want, honestly. And it could be a random series 4 or 5. Or if it happens to be a random one that I already have, which is likely, it'll be 1,000 tokens. I will say I've only seen 1,000 tokens coming out of this slot. I've never seen just a random card that I don't have, but there are some that I don't have. Hey, like, let's just hang on. Let's look for a second. Where do I put, like, that button make it so that it shows ones I don't have? Yeah, I don't have. These are the ones I don't have, okay? We could get Lady Deathstrike, we could get Kang, Howard the Duck, Mirage, Silk, Snowguard. Well, actually, these 2, this one and this one are already in there. But there's 7 cards it could also be. The worst it could be is Snowguard or Kang. Kang is rare and always will be, but I think Kang is a bit shit. Howard the Duck would be, like, next and, like, the next lowest. I'd really like Mirage. Mirage would be good in a couple of decks that I have. I think Stegron is a real sleeper hit. Every time I've seen Stegron come out, I've been impressed with its, you know, how you can, like, put it to use, you know? Living Tribunal has a fun deck that I would love to be able to, like, give a go. And Lady Deathstrike seems like a perfectly good tech card that perhaps is not right for this current meta. So let's see what we're getting. Let's go ahead and look. Oh, also, there's, the quest just reset. And also, I can get 53 credits. You gotta always pop that when you see it. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. It's to show you that you have, like, one in the collection track to get, it puts a 1 over here. Instead of putting a doodad over here on the level. That's a little weird. They should put a dot on the level thing on the top. The PC interface is a little different, so it makes sense. It makes more sense there on the thing. Okay, let's go. 50% chance getting something good. 25% just Nebula. And then it's either tokens or maybe something amazing for the last 4th. Fuck! God damn it! That was the worst one it could have been. That was the worst one it could have been. God damn it. Well, I had to get it sometime. I guess. I turned off my headphones by mistake. Well, shit. Snowguard is a card that, We still got game audio, by the way. Oh, you know what? I turned the volume down by mistake on the things. It was just very, very low. It wasn't off entirely. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to do some deck crafting. I'm gonna go over to the desk, and well, we just got fucking snow guard, so let's make a fucking snow guard deck, I guess. All the things to get. God damn it. I'm gonna go over to the desk and then we'll do it from there. 1 second, folks. All right. Hello, y'all. I'm over here now. Oh, that was a hell of a pull. A hell of a bad pull. You know? We're about 2 hours in, and like I said earlier, I'm going to... I think we should end on, like, some deck building, where I make a new deck from scratch and play it. I mean, I could also show off my Who Guards the Guardians deck, and my Play Some Sixes deck. You know what, we'll do like a lightning round at the end, and do like one game of each of these decks that I haven't really deleted, and I still think I might play at some point. Give me a second also, I want to fix something. While I'm here at the PC, in front of a keyboard. There we go. Okay. Saturday. Now, I'm gonna add one more thing to my schedule while I'm thinking about it. Around noon Central. Some Mario making, maybe. Alright, that'll do. Alright, we got this fucking snow guard. Let's fucking make a snow guard deck. What the fuck? I got this new card back that I haven't used yet, so we'll do that. What the fuck is a snow guard deck? So, snow guard switches between two possible things. Ignore all location abilities next turns and trigger the effect of this location. These two effects are just very limited insofar as like what they can actually do for you. You know, like what the fuck. And also, it's just so reliant on RNG. I will say, with locations being the key here, I think we should location. We should look at guys who do things to locations, right? So Legion, I think we add that. Where's we want to increase the chance of getting a location that is really beneficial one way or the other. So Scarlet Witch, put that in there. God, this deck sucks. Would Galactus have a place in such a deck? No. What are you talking about? What fucking good would Galactus do in a deck like this? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm looking for with Snow Guard. God damn it. Claw. Trigger the effect or ignore all location abilities next turn. So I could do something like, let's put Storm in there, why not? I guess let's put Storm in there. What the fuck? The more cards I put into this deck, the less I like it. 1 second, let me run. Let me go to grab my phone. I left it at the couch. If anyone has any ideas, like... If anyone has any ideas how we can make... If anyone has any ideas how we can make Snow Guard work, just say so in chat, because I don't fucking know. What the hell is a Snow Guard deck? Let me look on my phone real fast. Snow Guard decks and synergies. Sarah, Khazar, because it's a 1 cost. Okay. Fuck it, let's make it a zoo deck. I don't know. Is zoo really impaired by locations? I don't really have a zoo deck right now, so that's probably fine. Don't show cards I don't have anymore. Okay. Sunspot. I could put Echo in there. Why would I put Echo in there? I don't know. Fun. Seems like a fun idea to me. Sure, whatever. Put Kitty Pryde in there. And, sure, Nebula. Why put Claw? Take out Claw. No Claw. What else do we want? Khazar. I'm really struggling to think, like, what exact shit will be disabled by this. You know? Dracula Zoo deck. Snow Guard deck. It's a bit of surprise in a zoo deck just to be able to do stuff with locations. I guess. I'm gonna take out Storm. I'm gonna leave in Legion though. I'm gonna put in Khazar. And maybe like a Shuri. That way I can double up the Kitty Pryde. That's just one combo. That's not gonna cut it. Need more than one combo. It's a good combo with those cards, but I can't run a card just to be comboed with one other card. You know what? I'll throw an Iron Lad. What the fuck, right? Maybe it'll get, like, Khazar's effect twice. And, I'll add in a blue Marvel. Okay, actually, you know what? One idea I just had. I just had some inspiration. Okay. Let's back out. Not zoo. That's not it. Not it exactly. I'll leave in Kitty Pryde and Snow Guard. Oops. I want to do a deck I haven't done in a while. I want to do a Lockjaw deck. And the idea is I can play this I can play Snow Guard onto Lockjaw and send it back where it came from and maybe use it multiple times. Not sure how that works. I'll also put Spider Ham in there to be annoying. And other than that, let's load this up with 3s and have it be sort of a surfer deck. I like Lockjaw Surfer. I think that's a fun archetype. When I played it previously. Silver Surfer. Who else makes that archetype? Let's see. Shadow King? Nah, that's not it. Killmonger's pretty good, just in general, you know. Nika? Negasonic? No. And I definitely want things that I'm just happy if they get played, and I don't mind, like, what exactly happens. You know? Like, if this were to randomly come out. Black Cat, okay, good example. If Black Cat were to be summoned automatically, I could do stuff with it. Not a problem. Maybe Wave? I don't really have stuff that's is expensive for me to summon. No, that doesn't make sense for my deck. Trying to remember, I guess, what exactly I had in my original deck like this. I had Wolfbane because, wait, no, I don't think I had I had Wolfbane in the, in a different Surfer. It was like a bounce. Not a Surfer, it was a bounce deck. In my bounce deck, I have Wolfbane. Thor is always good in one of these decks. And, pairing well... And where is the dog? Not the dog, the one that multiplies itself. Brood. There we go. Add one more. I want to add Sarah. Sarah is a good one to get. Where is Sarah? There it is. Okay. Set my avatar, which is always going to be that one guy, and my title, absolute garbage. And let's name this deck. Let me move myself so you can see that I'm naming it. What is the name of this deck? Snow fucker. Snow Guardian. Snowed out. That kind of works. Okay, well, we have a bad deck. Should we also make a good deck that doesn't have fucking... that doesn't have, you know, that card in it? Feel like we had to make a bad deck because we got a bad card from the thing. I'm gonna go back to the couch and we'll play a couple matches. You know, maybe we'll make... It's possible this will work out fine. Hey. Move back up here and let's go. Okay, snowed out. Bad snow guard deck. Let's give this a go. There's no way we win this. I mean, hey, snow guard is just one of... It's just one of a couple cards here, you know? One of 12 cards here. Maybe we won't even draw it, and this will just be a normal, like, surfer deck. I'm going to allow it. I mean, I think my position here isn't very good, but I'm not going to retreat. Let's... Okay. Let's just bear down. Nice, a random 3. Okay. I'm gonna snap back. I'm playing Lockjaw there, and I'm gonna play Jubilee on that location right after. I know that the Brood is already in hand, as is Silver Surfer, so whatever we get here, it's gonna be like it's just gonna be like a normal card. Also, I don't have room in my hand to draw further cards. There's Kitty Pride. I fucked his Arnim Zola! Hey. It's pretty good. Is that like a lead? Is that like a... Is that like an Arnim Zola deck using like... Maybe it's an Arnim Zola deck using Vision as the Arnim Zola target. I like the sound of that. Fuck this deck. We should make that deck instead. We should make that deck next. I'm gonna fill up some guys and change this into I don't know. Oh, it's a Nimrod deck. Well, we're fucked. What does this do? Oh, it ignores all locations next turn. It's turn fucking 6. Fuck you. Come on. God damn it. I can do this and it'll take this to a 12. It'll take this up by 12, I think, right? 2 Silver Surfers. That's nowhere near good enough. No, this is... We're fucked. We gotta retreat. When did I snap? Did I snap? I must have snapped. Not a great move on my part. I would like to get enough... I mean, I gotta play this card at some point. Snow Guard. It's just that, you know... He doesn't really fit into any decks. They really need to just rework her entirely. Hey, you know what I'll say? Maybe she'll get reworked entirely. Maybe we'll wake up one morning and find out, like, oh, Snow Guard now is a 1-drop that changes from a, I don't know, like a 4 power with some sort of bad effect to 0 power with some sort of good effect. Maybe that'll be like the gimmick of it. I can activate Shadowland or Slocavia. I don't really want to discard. I really don't want to discard things from our hands. That's even worse. Hope to get MODOK. Hella, hey! That works. Take that. This deck sucks, don't it? What the fuck? Oh, wait a minute! Oh my god, that's actually not very good. It's a 4/7 that I have to spend 4 power on for it to become a 4/9 next turn. That's actually not great, but maybe I can play it on the last turn or something if I want to not do anything else that turn. Yeah, I'm thinking that this Snow Guard deck kind of sucks outside of Snow Guard even. What's this? Ignore all. Again! Withdrawing Snow Guard on the last turn. At the very least, when you draw it on the last turn, it should default to trigger the location. Getting it on the last turn and having it literally have a useless effect. I feel like we gotta... You know what? I want to nix this motherfucking deck. This is bad. This is no good. In fact, Snowed Out. No. This is not even close to good. How about instead I'm gonna take my Guardians deck. And I'm gonna take out Jean Grey. Was never really the best fit into that deck anyway. And I'm gonna put in Snow Guard. Okay. Instead of making a deck, how about we play the Guardians deck that I have, and hey, you know what? Snow Guardian? Snow Guardian is a Guardian. Has Guardian right in the name. Wait, that's the wrong deck. I like the sound of that better than playing a really shit deck to get her tokens. Let's see if we can make her work in this deck, which honestly wants to lock down lane, so it's kind of counter to the whole idea. Then again, I could use some card draw. Okay, you know what? Fuck, this actually gonna be kind of useful. Fuck! Okay, look at this. Snow Guard doing a thing. It's not a very good thing because I don't have room in my hand for additional cards. But it is a thing that it did. I guess let's Spider-Man here. Move the Cyclops to I don't know where. This deck is based around locking down as many lanes as possible to, like, limit where the last turn go.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, right, I'm just remembering. I haven't touched this deck since Spider-Man was reworked. This deck needs to be rethought, considering that there's no longer... Professor X and Spider-Man aren't the same thing anymore. I'm gonna lock this down. not liking the look at this. This is looking bad. But I'm gonna play Professor X there and hope for the best. I'll snap too. You know what? Let's do it. Let's be bold. We're probably fucked. I can play Groot and then Negasonic. Hopefully he's gonna commit to this location and leave this underdeveloped. Hazmat, Luke Cage. I can put down 12. That's not going to be enough because he's going to play something. A killer move this deck has is once it, like, narrows things down to a single lane at the end, let's say, you can do something like Cosmo Negasonic, which is just going to negate nearly anything another player can play to that one location. But that only works if you're winning. Here, we're boned. We gotta retreat. Nothing we can do here.
Escaped.
Especially since we're going second. That's the other thing. You have to be able to go first for that, for Cosmo or Negasonic to take effect. Let me see. I need to tweak this deck. Get rid of Spider-Man. And what can we put that locks down lanes? What's another card that's good for a lockdown deck? We got ones, we got twos, we got threes. Could use some more fours. Something in that range. An Absorbing Man would let us storm 2 lanes rather than just 1. Whoops. There we go. Let's go with Absorbing Man. Fuck it, that sounds good to me. Absorbing Man is always pretty handy in a deck like this. Okay. Hey, let's win a match with this shit. And, you know, go from there. I'll say I don't think that necessarily Lockdown is nearly as strong as it was, like, a month ago or 2 months ago or whenever I was like, this is my main deck, this Lockdown deck. But, and now that, like, Legion exists, there's better, more consistent versions of Lockdown, I guess. But, I don't know, Guardians are fun to play. In any case. Nice. Tempted to do Cosmo here. Oh, well, he's gonna play first, so he's gonna... If he's destroying it now, it's not gonna whiff. He's not, but...
Wind, aid my hand.
Still, good to do. Enjoy your rock. I'm gonna Absorbing Man there. Oh, you know what would be good in this deck? Jeff. Jeff would be good. Since making this deck, I got Jeff. You know, it didn't even occur to me to put Jeff in there. You know, Jeff is probably a much better inclusion in this deck than fucking Snowguard. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna find... I don't know where Jeff is gonna get his, or where Snowguard is gonna get her tokens. What we got from Daredevil? What's Daredevil showing us? Again, I don't usually play with sound, so this sound effect is new to me. I have never heard this in my life. Time, Deathlock. Goes in like this order, right? Undo, Deathlock. Bunch of destruction there. I don't know why. I can win this lane by playing that card there. He destroyed again with the Snow Guard on turn 6. We would have drawn Snow Guard on turn 6 again. Fucking cursed that card is. We can do... Gamora. How many cards does he have? 6. Wow, shit. A lot of choices then. What this deck needs is, let's see what happens, but we ain't got it. Death and Galactus, dang. Yeah, we didn't have it. This deck was maybe better like a couple metas ago. And Snow Guard doesn't help. Okay, you know what? Get out of here, Snow Guard. Where's Jeff? We need Jeff right now. There we go. Hey, there's a mission. One more with Jeff. Maybe, though, it is time to put this deck to bed. You know, admit there's better lockdown decks now. And also, like, it just really can't compete with what's out there for reasons. No? Rickety Bridge, dang. Those two are going down. Well, hey, at least we're both losing our big killer cards. It's a high evolutionary deck over there. Great. Play that. You know what? Perhaps this turn we'll see like the ideal how exactly this is supposed to work in this deck. You play Storm to shut down a location, then you play Groot because it's going to, or like a card that otherwise, you know, gets bigger off the on reveal. That said, they played a Cosmo, so it didn't get any bigger, but it's still enough to win with.
Victory.
We won that location and then they retreated. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, that's pretty good. One more. One more win like that where we feel like we've done something good with our lives. How about? Let's do it. Sound is good, by the way, yeah? Hey, Bucket. Jeff's supposed to be the Marvel version of King Shark. I don't know who King Shark is, but Jeff is the baby land shark. He's a baby shark, and he can be played at any location no matter what. Even if the location says something along the lines of, you know, you can't play cards here. Jeff can always be played to any location. Like, say, for instance, on turn 5, all cards must be played here. Not Jeff. Jeff doesn't believe in any of that. I'm predicting he will play it there. If you don't know, by the way, this is Marvel Snap. Really fun game. Iceman just like... I'm playing a deck that's like very contingent on me predicting what my enemy is gonna do. So, you know, I need to start predicting what my enemies are gonna do, or else it's not gonna work so good. He's getting more green goblins to his hand.
Wind.
He's a bad guy from Aquaman. I think that that Jeff the Land Shark is a good guy. I don't know though, so don't quote me on that. I've really not reviewed the source material, but my impressions of Jeff are very positive. He seems like a cool dude. Wow, we're shutting this fucker down. Next turn is the last turn for playing any cards this game.
Aid my
How about that? That's sick. Yeah, we love Jeff. I say we love Jeff. Everyone loves Jeff. I'm gonna play Cosmo there. That's gonna shut down any effect that he's trying to play to that location. I'll play Nebula lower. Nebula is only going to go up to a 3-cost card. Fuck, I should have played... If I had played Cosmo there, the Hobgoblin would be stuck over there.
Opponent snapped.
I didn't draw Jeff, so I cannot win the game. If I had drawn Jeff, I would be able to win. Despite the... You know, well, actually, I guess it's possible that they have Jeff as well. If they're playing Storm. Their deck might also be a lockdown deck. I'm just doing some Marvel Snap today, Trebucket, if you're wondering. It's out on PC, and it has a widescreen client. Before, the client was just like, basically just what it is on the phone, except on the computer. And that meant it was just a very tall interface where, like, the portraits of each player were, like, in that tall space, as well as all the buttons and the iconography here at either side. It was just not a good layout for the computer. That said, I will say, I will maintain that the best way to play Marvel Snap, probably on the phone. You know, when you visit your brother, he plays Marvel Snap. That's nice. All right, you last week I believe you went up to you went camping last week, right? Was that when you were visiting your brother? Part of that whole trip, I suppose. That's nice, Trebucket. Nice to go places and do things, you know. Yeah, I went camping in Yellowstone National Park. You saw real bison? Damn, that's sick. That's a cool place to go, Yellowstone National Park. I've not really gone any real, like, nature places in the US, you know, only in like Japan. When I went, I went up some mountains in Japan while I was in Japan. Dang it! Should have played it mid, but had cards. At the very least, I can secure Modoc. Fuck. We're in Japan. Oh, I meant that went up Mount Takao. Mount Takao. Very, very cool mountain. Eek. This is all manner of bone. You know, maybe it's time to admit that this deck just don't work today, and have that be that. I need to retreat. Nah, I'm not gonna win.
Escaped.
This game is all about weighing the possibility you're gonna win and retreating if so, if you're not, and then you know, backing that or like doubling down if you are gonna win. At least you think you are gonna win. I have a couple more decks that I could like do a round of. Like this Bounce Boys deck, which is the one bounce deck I've ever built. I'll say I kind of fell off the bounce deck after Beast got turned into a 3-cost card. That's just a little rich for my blood. I feel like my bounce deck was never that good anyhow. Now it's even worse. I haven't played Perfect World since... My Perfect World deck since Hulk was slightly changed. So maybe I could play that, but I'm not feeling it. And I think it's time to admit that Move Back, Fast Break Things is not a good deck and get rid of it. Done. I'll play one more game and then let's try to make the deck that I sort of had inspiration to do earlier. I'm gonna play some 6s. I'll say, when I go back to Japan, if I go back to Japan again, 1, play that 6s. The point of this deck, by the way, if you're wondering, is just to play 6-cost cards for quest-related purposes. I don't have any quests for that right now, but hey, you know, sometimes it can also win, which, you know, is a bit of fun, considering it's not really a deck that's built to be good. It's just built to do its job. That's that. No. Hey, look, we play the same card. That, you know what that calls for. This. Oh, you can't see. It's behind me. Spider-Man. I did Spider-Man pointing. If I went back to Japan, I would go to some more mountainous areas. Like maybe somewhere in the somewhere around like Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. Yeah. Definitely would like to see Mount Fuji like up close. That'd be amazing. If I went to Japan again, that would be on the agenda. Is that gonna activate? Because he played it here, and then it moved over here, so it should be checking to see... No, I guess that does count. I'm gonna be able to play 2 of these guys, 2 of these 6-drops. Yeah, Laid Back Camp did a great job making Mount Fuji look good. I mean, I'm sure it just looks good in the first place, just in general, but yeah, it did, like, really shine, I guess. This moves 3 and 4 cost cards. What do I want to do here? Orca gets stronger if it's alone in the lane, but if I play that up front, he's gonna know. If I play Giganto down, he's gonna move a bunch of stuff there next turn. I feel like Mysterio, or sorry, this fella, Magneto on Fiat is going to be the key. And then do this. Get that out of the way. Play a really big Orca. Feel like this isn't gonna do us, but let's see what happens. Maybe the focus. Okay, he's leaving Hellfire Club alone. Not big enough. Just short. Just short of big enough. If that nebula was a little bit smaller, could have had it. You've been playing Pikmin 4? Oh, did you buy it? Hell yeah, Pikmin 4 is fantastic. Well, it starts a little slow, I think, with the tutorials and all, but once you're past the tutorials into like the first level, it gets like more and more, just pulls you in, and ooh, it's also just massive as well. So much to do, so many caves, so many levels. Ooh. Ooh. You just unlocked night expeditions. I'm going to, I love to hear that. I love that for you. One more deck. I want to build one more deck. I had an idea earlier. So, let's do that. I'm going to say the basic principle of this deck, the basic idea of this deck will be to do Shuri into, what's his face? Start with Shuri, and do Shuri into Vision. And that'll be 14. And then I can move Vision to another lane and do Arnim Zola. So it's an Arnim Zola deck, basically. Also tell you what, I'm going to put in, you know what, with this card here, maybe we can make the old combo work. If I put in a card that lets Shuri get destroyed after you play it, then maybe Shuri could be destroyed, and then I could do the old Arnim Zola, you know, the old Arnim Zola thing. Like, exactly. Where is, Oh, I got 6+. So how about if I put in, where is, Negasonic? Under N, I suppose. Oh, these aren't in alphabetical order. There's Negasonic. So yeah, play Negasonic, Shuri, and then a card that cannot move itself. So let's say, for instance, a little bit of Black Panther. Haven't had Black Panther in one of these decks in a good long while, but could be pretty good. Any other like Shuri targets that we should put in. I'm gonna sort by power here and just look at the most powerful motherfuckers we could possibly put in that don't cost 6. Red Skull, Dr. Octopus, Typhoid Mary, Atuma, Spider-Woman, Legion. I always had good success with Gamora. Gamora into an Arnim Zola deck is pretty effective at, like, you know, getting another big burst of power when it's copied to the other lanes, potentially. Other than that, let's see. We probably want some sort of early game. What else goes in here? Cloak would let you move cards, but I would have to be able to afford that. No, I couldn't do that. I'd have to be able to afford that in whatever I was doubling that turn. So that wouldn't quite do. That wouldn't quite work. Well, if this deck is just based around doing a big combo, then what we would be looking to stop would be stuff like Cosmo. In which case, we do actually have a card that's a tech card that deals with Cosmo. So let's go ahead and stick that in. There's also going to be a lot of skipped turns, so at least in the early game, so Sunspot is a pretty good early game card there to throw in. And also cards that add power to the hand. So let's see, we got Nakia we can put in, and also I could put an Absorbing Man and hope to get like a combo out. Anything else we can do as far as like buffing the hand? You know what? I'm gonna put in Hulkbuster and also a Wave. That way I can wave out like a Black Panther and then put Hulkbuster on it and then Arnim Zola it. Alternatively, get an early vision out. Put the Hulkbuster on that. Captain Marvel Hulkbuster, pretty good. I think this might be okay. This might be an okay little gimmick deck. And it's been a while since I had a good Arnim Zola deck. So, if this works, I would be very happy. I bet it's not quite there yet. I bet we need to tweak this a good deal for it to, like, actually do business. I'm gonna try to name it from the start, from the couch, hang on. Without getting up, you know. I don't think I can. What would this could be called? Hulkbuster is one of Tony Stark's suits, right? Yes, that is. It's the one that's basically designed to defeat the Hulk. Yeah, I need to walk over to my couch. I can't use an on-screen keyboard while I'm in full screen. Turns out. 1 second. Just to name this, I'm gonna go over to the desk. Was it one of his suits? I think it was. I think it did appear in Age of Ultron. Good looking out. I forgot about that. Let me move. 1 second. There we go. Okay. What are we calling this? This is, Wise Man's Zola. Sure. Vision is like a wise man. I don't know. I always like to come up with a dumb name for my decks. Deck ain't complete without a dumbass name. Okay, back to the couch. Alright, let's see if this works, and I think after that... Let's see if this works, and then after that, I think we'll call it. Trying out this this here brand new deck, Wise Man Zola, will be the final thing tonight. Kind of went longer than I was maybe expecting. I kind of just thought like, okay, well, I'm just gonna play Marvel Snap for a bit. How long will I go? I don't know. But you know, hey, Marvel Snap, I usually play it on my phone when watching a TV show. I could play Marvel Snap for hours, it turns out. Fuck you. God damn it.
Opponent snapped.
Well, I can do Shuri, Hulkbuster, Arnim Zola. I already have all the cards I need for that. And he doesn't have any of the... He doesn't have, like, any of the enablers for the strategy of my deck. Meanwhile, I have what would make my deck, his deck, bleh. I don't plan on doing the Morbius approach, by the way, but let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna play Shuri, then I'm going to Hulkbuster. Or should I play something else? I can't really do like a reliable combo port other than to do Hulkbuster. Wait a minute. Wolverine, if I played it to get it in that location, it would eat up the effect, so that wouldn't be as good. I will play it though. Ooh. Ah, sure he's dead. Wait. What? Huh? Oh! Ha ha ha! Because it fused with a card that was existing already. That card did not exist to be destroyed anymore. Hulkbuster was gone, so Negasonic could not blow up. Well, isn't that a lucky break? Is this gonna win? Maybe not. No, I'm not sure. It's going to be that the Shuri, Captain Marvel's gonna fly over to Asgard, isn't it? Yeah, I think the Captain Marvel's going to fly over to Asgard.
Wakanda forever.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
And it's mine too. It's my Captain Marvel. I put that there. Damn it. I knew. If I had stopped to do math, I would have known that was unwinnable. No. Still, we get this combo. It could be cool. Okay. Negasonic. Ooh. Lucky. God, I wish I had X-23 right now and not Snowguard. Negasonic. Oh, okay. These locations are not good for my cards, but let me try to do the combo and see what happens. Yeah, he's just gonna play something, isn't he? You know what? We're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna play Shuri, then I'm gonna do Vision, and I'm going to move that to there, and Arnim Zola it. It's not a... Well, actually, he's gonna play something here and destroy the Negasonic. Surely. So we can move the guy to Danger Room instead, rather than to thing. Let's see what he do. Because ideally, I'd like to have it so that the vision is copied to... Ideally, I'd like it so that the vision were copied to the Death's Domain. Okay, here's the play. That's okay. Yeeks. Oh, fuck me. The null really nullifies that whole strategy. I guess that's another reason why Arnim Zola is, like, not as hot anymore. Not just because the whole doing, like, Shuri Arnim Zola stuff is a lot harder now than before. Yeah. Doing Shuri Arnim Zola, Shuri Black Panther Arnim Zola is not possible anymore since that Shuri nerf way back. That bell makes me think of Wild West. It doesn't make me think of priests. I am salivating. Oh my god, I'm just realizing. This might be the most beautiful setup for us I've seen yet. Oh my god, Shuri's gonna be whisked away over here, letting us do... So we're gonna do this. It's gonna add 2 power to all our cards in our hand. I'm gonna do Shuri, which will double the power of a thing next played here twice. Then it's gonna be shuffled over to here. And then Black Panther, massive Black Panther, Arnim Zola. Oh my god. This might be the most beautiful fucking thing I've seen. And the Black Panther is gonna get like twice over. It's gonna get very big. This Black Panther is. Oh my god. I don't think I've seen a Black Panther this thing. Yeah, that's right. There's variants that, like, in this game, there's variants on all the cards, so, you know, with, like, different art, so, you'll see, like, different variants of Dracula, different variants of, like, there's the new Nebula that is available now. Look at that. 96 Black Panther. Man, I haven't seen this. This hasn't been seen since the heyday of Shuri Black Panther. Yes, yes. Oh,
Wakanda forever.
not good enough. Not good enough. Oh, okay. I don't think we're gonna get much better than that. I don't think we're gonna beat that. Let's call it. Look at that. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, folks, how's about that? Oh, also, hey, I got my last daily missions done. I've been buying additional daily missions this whole stream, by the way, if you're wondering. We didn't, and also those came when the time went over, when the clock struck 11 o'clock. Folks, or maybe it was 10 o'clock? I guess that was an hour ago when those 2 quests got added. Folks, that's gonna do it for today. Nice Marvel Snap launch day stream. Played a bunch of my existing decks. Made 2 new ones. One that was so bad I had to delete it like right fast. And this one which seems alright. And it's kind of fun to play some Arnim Zola stuff. Like, so long after the heyday of Arnim Zola. I do think the deck isn't nearly as good as that old deck was, but that old deck was like best in class, you know, so overpowered they had to nerf like several different cards to prevent it from being good. Pulling up the schedule here. Mondays is StarCraft 2 for the time being. Look forward to that. We're at the mini Protoss campaign in StarCraft 2 right now, so that'll be fun next Monday. Thursdays will always be some sort of variety night. No idea what I'll do next week. Tomorrow, viewer levels, 6 p.m. as per normal. Sort of the biggest stream of the week, generally. And I'm thinking this Saturday, I should say this Saturday. I put Saturday. I should have put this Saturday to be more specific. I'm thinking about doing some Mario making. My level has a start that I'm really happy with, and I'm thinking now that I have like a first screen, I could probably make a second screen and a third screen reasonably easily. And I think that would be cool to do on stream live, and sort of like work through the creative process live. But you know, this next level has been a while in the making. I've struggled to find the time to really work on it, to really like flesh it out. Hopefully, you know, doing a stream of it will get us some nice, good old progress. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. Let me go ahead and set in a raid. Set in a raid right fast. Go over to my OBS real fast, just to make sure that everything's good. Yes, everything looks good. Fantastic. Will Smith is on. Let's see who else is on. Trusty Parasol is doing some sort of charity stream. Looks like playing. I don't know what that is. I was gonna say Ori, but I don't think it's Ori. Looks like it looks like a game that's like Ori, but you're playing as a she's playing as a rabbit. Anyway, that seems like a good raid. I'll send you over there. Anyhow, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do a bunch of cards tomorrow that I didn't do today. I like doing these Thursday streams where I just focus on the business at hand, so they don't have to think of additional cards for Friday. You know, I feel like that works very well. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, maybe Saturday, and Monday for StarCraft. Viewer levels tomorrow. See you there. Oh, I should get the 1 second. I get the stop stream ready to go. Okay, I'll see you on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. Bye, folks.